Hi, hello, and welcome to Capricorn Venus Tarot. This is Capricorn Venus. So today we're going to see what is your hidden talent. So what is a hidden talent that you haven't explored yet but should? So go ahead and pick your pile. We've got 4 piles. Pile number 1 with our serpentine. Pile number 2 with this yellow stone, whose name I forget. Pile number 3 with the root beer calcite. And pile number 4 with the aventurine. So go ahead and pick your pile and I will see you guys in there. Okay, pile number 1. What is pile number 1's hidden talent? So I've already actually seen these cards. So yours is self-worth here, Morganite. Let's see. What is pile number 1's hidden talent? We're gonna put everything out and then discuss. One is Aries, 2 is Taurus, and 9 is Sagittarius. I mean, we definitely can say that you actually have a huge talent for public speaking or, yeah, making a stand, or could be comedian as well. Could also be like debate. Oh, so like lawyering or but I was really thinking of being like a professor where you're up in front of a crowd teaching something, or up in front of a crowd doing something. Interesting. Yeah, you might have a hidden talent for giving advice. Let's see, the Emperor. Tough love. You could, oh, that kind of makes sense with what I was feeling. It's kind of like a harsher energy. There's like a powerful speaking voice, being very straightforward in some way, okay? Leadership for sure. What is pile number 1's hidden talent? Yeah, to get the Emperor and the 9 of Pentacles, and then self-worth, you know, I mean, you definitely stand alone. You could have a hidden talent for maintaining land or maintaining something for a long time. What is pile number 1's hidden talent? Pile number 1's hidden talent. You could have a talent for healing, or healing old wounds, or like renovation. Again, this is giving like advice giver. Like you could be a great personal trainer or therapist, or yeah, house renovator, life coach kind of thing. I feel like you would be a great coach in any scenario. Let's see here. Ace of Pentacles. You know really how to encourage a team in a low moment. I feel like that's a huge strength of yours, is actually being the stable one in a group, or yeah, like a coach would be. You know, it's like, we lost the last game, but we're coming back around, and this one we're gonna really knock it out of the park. Come on, guys, let's get out there, and then you guys win. You know, like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from you as like a hidden talent that you have, pile 1. It's funny because you're almost like, you keep the fires you keep the home fires burning, like you keep the torch lit basically for everybody. Or again, like you could be the center of a family or something, always keeping the porch light on so people can come around whenever. Yeah, because a lot of the stuff that I'm feeling with your hidden talent, pile 1, is like team building kind of stuff, where you find potential in people and you raise them up from a low moment, or you're plucking them out of obscurity, or you're helping people you do know to reach their full potential, like your students or like your team or like your family or something. And you also give people passion to accomplish long-term goals as well. And you have that for yourself too. So you'd be the type of person who could go and get your doctorate, or you'd be the type of person who could go and, let me think of something that's not like, I mean, yeah, you could go to medical school, you could go to get your doctorate or something like that. And people group up in study groups and, teachers of those industries as well. But there's more. Like you could even be like a professional athlete or a professional coach or something like that. Let's see. The Hierophant. Yeah, it's like you're the coach, you're the teacher, you're the one everyone looks to and follows the lead of and gains things from. Because a leader, in those ways, like you think of the emperor or, the mayor of a town, they're not just leading people, telling people what to do. They're usually bringing people up as well and helping people. And maybe they have a mentor or two that follow them around. And maybe they're writing things so that they can disseminate their information. So yeah, okay. I think you can actually multitask a lot better than you may think, pile 1. Doing like a lot of different activities at the same time, like a king or an emperor or something would. Let me think of a better example that's like more local. Yeah, because like an artist or something like that, running their, Instagram, motivational Instagram, and, submitting papers to their local newspaper. And, on Tuesday they teach an art class and blank, blank, blank. And this makes you a pillar of the community. It also makes you people that can help a lot of different types of people because you have connections everywhere. And you are the one to call, when Susie needs a place to stay, or like, this person needs their life turned around. Let's go send them to the local judge or the local whoever, the smartest person in the family, or, like the person with the most connections. It's not just about intelligence or anything. It's more like, it's a different type of intelligence. It's interpersonal. It's social equity. And you know how to talk to people, and you know what people need from just hearing their hurts or something like that. Because I am getting this sense of like turning people around, because the 9 of Wands is like wounded warrior kind of thing, all the way to the 9 of Pentacles. So like, again, like turning things around. And I keep getting like the image of like, this is something they do in books. And I'm sure it's something people do in real life as well, is like, you hear about somebody's problem and you're like, oh, send them to blank, because if the two of them connect, then they can both help each other. That sort of thing. Like you're a person who connects people or who sets people up in a positive way, and thereby, increasing a lot of people's lives. And this could also be, like I said, like letter writing or, essays or something like that, where you're putting out information. It's the same with like social media posts or something like that. But I just see you doing a lot of different things, actually. And seeing it more, I think the reason it's a hidden talent with you, pile 1, is maybe you are like, I need to focus. I need to specialize. Specializing is good, but that's just a genre, Like you can do a lot of things within that genre. This is something I really admire about people like, judges. When you read their list of accolades or whatever, they're on 2 committees, and they, helps people on the weekend, and they've gone through several important things getting posted on important websites or something. You stack up achievements over time, and achievements also equate to connections that you've made. And so you've made a lot of connections, and this is actually a hidden talent. Maybe you think, oh, I just have so many people in my circle, but someday that'll be seen as one of your biggest strengths is how many people in your circle there are, and how many people you have like a random connection to and can set people up with things. And yeah, I know a person in my town right now who's like that, and she was like a mentor to me in the same way I'm kind of describing. Like, she hired me on at her art gallery and then tried to set me up with anything that she could think of. And I do feel like you have a skill with that. Pile 1 is just helping people in whatever way you can think of because of how many different things you know about, or people you've interacted with, or situations you've seen. So yeah, go out and experience more. Just know that you actually are accumulating something over all that time. Let's see, Ace of Cups. Encouraging words is just a huge thing that I'm getting. Foreseeing the best possible case scenario, and foreseeing like how to get people to a long end of the journey. There's a lot about like seeing to way distant parts of the future and planning for that, and that being your hidden talent. Pile number 1, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and pull one single music video. Okay, we're only pulling one, so what is pile number 1's hidden talent? What is pile number 1's hidden talent? Right here. This is interesting because this is like kind of like a anti-plastic surgery, sort of. So again, you might have like a cause that you tell people about, and there's lots of different scenes in this too. It's not just like one scene, you know, some music videos are like one story or something, but often K-pop has like just cool outfits and like they change the scene like a set, and that's the way this is as well. A lot about the phone here too. So and having the phone, self-worth, this is about plastic surgery. Yeah, I just feel like you're going to be lifting people up in a major way here. And Taurus is like beauty, and Sagittarius is like learning on your own. It's also higher education, but it's also like with the 9th house, you could be expanding people's worldview, you know, like for real, and making them feel better because of that. You bring a lot of warmth to people. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, pile number 1. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see, compatibility. What is a hidden talent for pile number 2? You're the stylish pile here. Ooh, you have a hidden talent for putting things together. Like, you know what goes with what. So this could be, you know, interior design, you know what kind of style will work. You can kind of imagine it without having to look at it. This could also be like, have you ever noticed that you put just the right amount of alcohol in the drink when you're making the mixed drinks? That sort of thing, where it's like you just have a spot vision for that sort of thing. Like, you know what top is going to go with what. You have a really good eye here. But it's more than just an eye, because it's not only visual, it's like contextual, because I think it could go in a lot of different directions. I feel like this is a hidden talent that is actually overarching in a lot of spheres in your life, which is that you just know what goes with what. You can see it immediately. You know what's compatible. You know what works with what. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, and I do think because of this, your appearance is a huge hidden talent of yours. Okay? And maybe you're somebody who says, like, I'm not really known for my looks or whatever, but I think probably you could be known for your looks. If not now, then this is a hidden talent, right? So, okay. Yeah. You are just really special as well. Pile 2, you have a talent for being like really a standout, taking up a lot of attention, being the diamond of the ball, you know? That's kind of what I'm getting here. I think you really could go on something like America's Next Top Model, or I don't know, something like that, where it's like a competition based on your looks. I don't know, were you in pageants when you were a kid or something? But this is a hidden talent, so I feel like you have a hidden talent for just being really aligned, where like everything just makes sense with you, or like you just know who you are so fully that it's like emanating off of you, like a famous person, you know? Interesting, pile 2. I also feel like you have the ability to gather people for a cause, or like make people believe in your vision or see you, you know? What is pile number 2's hidden talents? Well, that's great. Yeah, and then do you see all this yellow here? I do feel like maybe you have a hidden talent just for being successful or being well known in your community as like the most beautiful, talented person with a great eye for detail. You know, like I feel like that is your hidden talent, a beautiful, talented person with an incredible eye for detail. And I think you might be known for this someday. Okay, what is pile number 2's hidden talent? Okay, 3 is Gemini, so that makes sense there. You know, you have this sense of being almost like a prolific kind of artist, or a prolific, there's only so many examples, so you'll have to expand it to your knowledge too. And but yeah, I'm thinking of like a prolific author, a prolific lawyer, like a litigious lawyer, you know, somebody who does way too many cases in a year, or like something like that, where it seems almost unrealistic what you're able to accomplish here, pile 2. And I think it's because you can work really quickly while also keeping an eye on the taste of everything. Like you work really quickly, but keep a high bar, you know? I'm thinking of Stephen King, like he is very prolific, right? But he even says like some of his work he's like iffy on, but like they still all become famous. There's something about that with you where it's like the whole of your work is what is so impressive. The grandness or the span of it, okay? There's like a broadness to your power here. I think it's a hidden talent, how broad your power is somehow. Interesting. And you're very quick with it. Like it takes you almost no time to set these things up either. It's just funny. I am thinking of my mom, who's an interior designer, you know, and just going into a room and you're like, okay, we're going to change that. We're going to knock down this. And you have that quality. That's your hidden talent, pile 2, is like immediately coming into a situation, a room, and knowing what to do, what to say, how to look. Like every little thing is just on point because you have an instinct for it. And so this allows you, because you have that instinct, you can do a lot more than other people. You don't have to overthink it. You're able to move really quickly because your eye is just so good. So of course you can develop your eye for things, or develop your stylistic repertoire to pull from by reading books, or like in taking movies or TV shows or anything. Comic books, video games are great too. Like you can develop those things, but I think that's where your talent is having that eye, being able to assess things really quickly. So you could take a lot more clients in a day than most people, you know, because their brain power is being used up by like more, you know, than you. And it's not in an offensive way or anything. Just like, you're good at this. You have a talent for it, you know? Okay. And 2 is Taurus. Yeah. Okay. I could also see you being like a doctor or something who can take a bunch of cases. It's like taking all these cases or taking a lot more clients than everyone else, or putting out a lot more work than everyone else. And it all being up to standard, it all being, you know, surpassing standard. And on top of that, your appearance is also like that. People feel like you achieve a high standard every single day, and they don't really understand that. So yeah, I do feel like it's a hidden talent with you though. Because maybe it's hidden to you. Because it's funny, because I'm sensing that people do notice this about you. But it's hidden from you. Because some of these hidden talents will be ones that people have not even like delved into or started expressing. But with you, pal, too, I feel like you just don't notice this about yourself. Like, you achieve a really high standard in a low turnover time. So like, that's a really good thing, because then if you know that that's a hidden talent for you, then you can go into situations a little more confident here, pal, too, because you won't be as worried about the workload. I don't think you need to be as worried about a workload when it comes to a job or a plan or whatever than other people do, you know? Or maybe you don't know. That's why you're on this page. But yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like you could take on a lot more or put out a lot more work. Maybe you're just nervous, or you're like, well, they're going to think I don't care if I put it out too quickly or something. But everyone thinks it's up to standard. And even further than that, it's always innovative. And, you know, again, you have great taste. So this allows you to work faster. Gosh, I hope that I pick this pile someday. Let's see. What is pile number 2's hidden talents? The Emperor. It's like, you know, people just love to get your way in. And again, people do really think you look excellent. They like your whole look. They think you have taste with yourself and, you know, taste when it comes to other things. People trust your opinion as well. Like, that's a big thing here I'm noticing, is how much people trust your opinion. And I think a hidden talent is just that you're known for this as well. You're already known for having good taste. So I can say that for sure. But I think the hidden talent part of it here, besides the fact that that's hidden from you, is that, you know, you could be known even more for your looks, I guess. Why is it's about your looks? Okay. I think they're saying like your looks confirm the taste thing. So it's like people already believe in your advice or come to you for things, but they would even more if they if you started playing up, showing your appearance more or something. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And 5 of Pentacles and the Emperor. But there's no people in this. Interesting. I do feel like you could know a lot of people in your lifetime, and this is like a hidden talent, or you could reach a lot of people in your lifetime or something like that. or you could have a lot more friends in your outer circle. This is very similar in some ways to pile 1, so Queen of Cups. You have a lot of love to give. You have a lot of love to give, pile 2. Yeah, it's like you're afraid of giving love because you're like, if I give too much, then they'll devalue it. But they're kind of saying that because of this hidden talent, they won't. 7 of Pentacles. Hidden talent, 7 of Pentacles. Like a Taylor Swift effect, where you're gonna have like well-known eras or something. Yeah, I mean, I think your hidden talent is that you also have like just a secret sauce that nobody could replicate here. Okay, that is what I'm getting for you, pile 2. Thank you very much. Let's pull some music videos. Actually, I'm pulling just one. What is pile number 2's hidden talent? Almost right. I only want one, so we're gonna try one more time. What is pile number 2's hidden talent? If you want to look up how you like that, that's another good one for you, I think. Bringing in a lot of different kinds of people, playing with aesthetics, being known for being pretty in some way, or being handsome, or that everyone likes to talk to you. You're a main player charmer around town or in your community or worldwide, who knows, you know? But yeah, I do feel like you're gonna be known for that. It's a hidden talent for you. So I'm gonna link these down below, or this one, I'm gonna link this one down below, and I will see you next time. Pile number 3. Success. And you got the root beer quartz. So. I think you have a hidden talent for making people laugh. I see you as like a grease the wheels type of person who, you get people in the mood for things. Like you could be that kind of person who, joins a party just to get it to be really fun, you know, like you really improve the mood of every place you enter. Yeah, it's like somebody would hire you to be their wedding date, or would hire you to make their party seem better, like they used to with Jamie Foxx. I remember hearing like he was a person that people would call, and he was always like, a party's just about who you invite and setting the right atmosphere and having the you know, the right food and the right guests or something. And you have that kind of eye, so you could also be like a party planner. I could see that as being a hidden talent. Okay, what else? Heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, you really lift people up. You're that hype friend for sure, for sure. Yeah, I also think you can like, there's something like natural about the way you entertain people. Like you're a natural entertainer. That's what I'm really getting here. But it's like you bridge that gap. You're really good at reaching people in a deep way, like humor does. You know, they say humor gets to people on every level. And so I feel like you have that secret talent, secret hidden talent. Why is it secret? Yeah, I think maybe one of the reasons this is a hidden talent right now, is that you think if people know you're charming, then they won't want to come towards you or something. Queen of Pentacles. What is pile number 3's hidden talent? What is pile number 3's hidden talent? Optimism. Huge on optimism here. Yeah, there's a sense of like blind optimism and bringing you to your goals or something. Or that being something that could really help you along. You actually have a skill for being like, the trend right now is like, oh, everything's delusional, or, you know, or delulu or whatever. But I think that can sometimes be like a very much, it just reminds me of like 2005 Tumblr kind of grunge nihilistic vibes, honestly, to hate on being and call everything delusional. I think being optimistic or wanting the best outcome, it can be a strength. And that's what I'm seeing for you here, that you do know exactly what would be the perfect thing. You know, some people can't even imagine their wildest dreams. You have to constantly tell them to dream bigger. Whereas like, I feel like you might be telling yourself to dream smaller. You might be belittling your own ideas and being like, let's be more practical. But I think you have a hidden talent for being this delusional or this you know, big of a dreamer. So, okay. What is pile number 3's hidden talents? And then you have the follow through to really back it up. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this is a hidden talent to accomplish or achieve a higher thing than everybody else or something. Or because you're so optimistic that you really believe it could happen. And with the Capricorn here, 10th house, it's like, that's achievement, you know. 10 is you've achieved it. So the talent is also in achieving that optimism. Yeah, to get Capricorn and Virgo and Taurus, so it's all earth signs. No one has more license to be optimistic than you do, pile 3. So it's a hidden talent because it's also a hidden talent how well you are to, how well equipped you are to accomplish it. Okay. Yeah, you also have a hidden talent of not being impulsive. So you don't need to worry that you're being too dramatic or whatever. Like, you aren't really that impulsive. So maybe sometimes you also push yourself to be impulsive or to be risky or something. And you don't always have to do that. Like, there's no one to impress. You don't have to prove that you're interesting or something, you know, because your company is enough. That's what the hidden talent is. Your company is the hidden talent. You're that fun to have around. People would pay to have you in a room with them. Truly. So you don't need to have all these other visual signs of you being a cool, interesting person. Your company proves it, you know, alone. And then also you do achieve a lot. I'm not talking about your achievement and your standards and your dreams. I'm talking about, you know, if you've ever felt the urge to do something for the Instagram, that might just be not really you know? Like, okay, what else here? Justice. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like you are just maybe a hopeless, romantic, blind, optimistic, straightforward to the sky type person, and maybe you find yourself a little judgmental, or you find yourself to be a little bit, oh, I'm not being fun enough. I'm not doing like fun on the town things. But it's okay, because it's a hidden talent of yours to kind of be a little bit intense in a positive, dreamy, optimistic way. So it's a good thing, like super, super sweet. It's almost like you catch yourself being really fun and you're like, this isn't valuable, or this is a waste of my time or something. Okay. Yeah, or maybe you feel like I always win, and then I'm yeah, this is cute. I feel like your hidden talent is that you always win, but nobody minds because you're such a good friend and you're a good person. So I just wouldn't worry so much about feeling left out of things that you don't really even want to be doing, you know? Okay. Yeah, bringing a lot of hope into things, into lives and your life, and being really hopeful yourself. That is that's it. That's the spark. That's the hidden talent that you have, pile 3. Going it alone. Because you'll always have people who want your company. You know? You will. Yeah, people love working with you. People love your company. All you need to show up with is your iPhone. Like, that basically, that's the kind of energy I'm getting here for your hidden talent. Pile 3 is like, you show up with your iPhone and your positive attitude, and everybody's going to the top. So that's what I got for you. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Okay. Oh, wait. One more thing. Music video. What is pile number 3's hidden talent? Only one, right here. Yeah, none of the stuff in this commercial, there's a lot of commercial imagery in this music video, but none of these products would have been ever created if somebody wasn't stupidly, blindly optimistic that it was a good idea. So that's kind of what and also it's like fun, and it's like persona. Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan, it's like, again, it's personality. Your hidden talent is your personality, and you know, you have value as a creative person and a fun person to be around. Yeah, creative director could be another thing for you. Or just doing creative direction in there's a lot of different ways you can be a creative director in life, I'm saying. So yeah, that's what I've got for you. I'll leave these down below, and I will see you next time. Okay. Pile number 4. You could have a hidden talent for like science or space related things. Could also see you having a hidden talent for like, I'm saying like birds, the sky. Hidden talent. I'm just going to throw some stuff out here because I'm getting a lot for your pile. There's more stuff in this one. I'm thinking, you know, flying. I'm also seeing like being a vet. I'm also seeing like NASA kind of stuff here. The ocean, scuba diving. Lots of scientist stuff for sure here. You got that kind of analytical curiosity here. That's one of your big hidden talents. I'm also seeing astrology and that sort of thing. Like, you have a real scientific curiosity. So you could bring that to a lot of different industries, which I think is why it's coming up. But it's like specifically things with lots of different factors. So botany, farming, what is it when you study birds, like ornithology or something? You could make perfumes. You could, my examples are always like funny because it's just like book examples. Let me think. Science teacher that teaches chemistry really well because they understand how to be curious about it, how to make it fun, how to make it engaging. Yeah, you could lead a little Boy Scout troop here, you know, because you make science fun, you make nature fun, or, okay, what else? What is pile number 4's hidden talent? Okay, so we got Scorpio, Virgo, and Sagittarius. Okay. definitely sense of humor, definitely powerful, authoritarian kind of energy here. Leading a group, the head of some sort of like trial, and you work with like 4 other scientists and you guys all collaborate. But also like camp counselor, taking their troop through the woods, and you know, they have to find certain things. You also have a protective force to you. Yeah, you do have this like authority, protection, safety. Someone you would trust if you just saw randomly. Organization. Yeah, it's like this scientific thing. Let's pull your cards here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use this one. What is pile number 4's hidden talents? Survival guide here. You know how to quickly get people through a tough situation or to accomplish something, or because like I'm seeing you hold the torch here, hold the torch here. All this stuff about leading people through on a hiking trail I kept getting. This is definitely interesting. 8 of Wands, 5 of Coins. Maintaining control. Getting people to work together. Like I'm seeing you on like, you know, Lord of the Flies. I haven't read that book actually, but you know, everyone knows the story. Like they get stranded on an island and then they all kill each other. But you would be the one to kind of ringlead that situation and maybe stop the tragedy in its tracks kind of thing. And the same with like a Boy Scout group or something. It's like you would make sure you kept count of everybody and that no squabbles broke out and that everyone learned something and had a good time. You know, it's like keeping control of a group. But it's like science-y for some reason. Let's get more on that. It's like very practical. You know, very much like practical steps. You're good at really practical steps. That's a hidden talent that you have. Like you would be, you know, they say that there's like people who like to cook and there's people who like to bake. And you'd be like the people who like to bake. You know, people who like to do the desserts, because you have to be very particular. You have to follow the recipe down to the exact measurement, you know, and like really make sure that everything is right, or else it won't come out correctly. Like perfectionism here. I'm kind of getting like, you might have a talent for perfectionism, okay? 3 of Coins. And again, this is like working in a group. Working in a group with a lot of different members here. Yeah, it's like just like in a classroom where you're going to have the rebellious one, or you're going to have the class clown, or you're going to have the really quiet one who keeps getting bullied. You know, you're going to have a lot of situations in an environment like that, and you know how to handle all those different situations. So you'll know how to talk to the rebellious one. You'll know what to assign the, you know, teacher's pet so that they stay busy and don't cause any conflict, you know, and what to say to the quiet one so they still feel included, you know, that sort of thing. Give me more examples, please. Oh, like leading a pack here. Like, yeah, I guess you could run a farm, have farm animals, have like 6 dogs or something, because you know how to treat them all as a pack, you know, and like train them right or something, or keep one in line. It's giving Balto here. That's a great kids movie. Like managing personalities in a team through a harsh circumstance. That's what every dog sled movie is about as well. And again, it's like nature. They have to follow the stars at one point. So again, bringing up the stars, tracking through the desert, you know, like survivalism or something. They talk about this a lot in Parable of the Sower. It's like the main character, it's like post-apocalyptic. The main character lives in this walled city. She is a child, but she's like really scared about the future. She just feels like this cannot hold, it's not going to work, and we don't know anything. And I mean, yeah, it was kind of true. So anyway, she learns about local fauna. Like, what if we had to escape in the middle of the night? What would happen then? You know, what could we eat from the land that we live in, kind of thing. Survivalism. What do we need to get forward? But it's the same with like also medical, or like even the making perfumes or something. It's like, okay, so that drink was a little too sweet. What do we need? A little bit more of the, like just seeing exactly where we need to add or subtract or learn more or whatever. Individualized learning plans here. You could also do really well. Queen of Wands. A lot about guarding here. So I think also a hidden talent might be also your physical power. You could become really strong or something like that. Yeah, because with all this like survivalism, maybe you could get really into self-defense, or you could get really into surviving a long time in the forest. There's those shows like, I think it's called like Lone Survivor or something like that. And they just make them survive for like a year alone in, you know, Canada or something. And it's like crazy stuff. So I feel like you have a talent for that, because also you can keep everything good. Because in those shows, they always show how the people who lose, sometimes just something random will happen. They'll forget to take out the meat, you know, one day late, and then they'll get sick and they'll have to fly home, you know, or they'll accidentally cut their leg while they're walking through the forest, and then they'll end up having to go home. Because stuff like that, a little cut or, you know, just a little thing can be deadly in some circumstances. It also can be like just a slight little thing being off that upsets the whole order of things. And so you're good at seeing those things and stopping them before they happen, okay? 6 of Cups. Not too sentimental. Like, you have a talent for being not too sentimental and being like having a clear eye and looking at things from a logical perspective, basically. Working past grievances. Again, it's like the Lord of the Flies thing, where it's like maybe things didn't have to blow up like that. We could all be in it together or something. But like, you know, in any team scenario, something like that happens. It's like you missed the final goal. And if the whole team turns against that person, that's not exactly good for morale. And that's not going to help us on the next match, right? So you kind of discourage that sort of thing. I think it was Briar Rose Tarot recently. She was talking about how the water bearer doled out water in a town, and there's only so much water, so they had to decline people, which I'm sure was like kind of an intense thing, because if you're thirsty, you're thirsty. But people would like beg, and they had to be seen as kind of cold. Yeah, like cold-eyed judgment. Again, like the science-y person here. I think you can also hold your tongue really well. And you can actually hold back extremely well and say only what needs to be said. Be very brief. You have a talent for that. And if you picked this pile and pile 2, I think it was, maybe you have a talent for both, you know? Like I'm just talking about this one. Yeah. And because of this, you can create very special things because of your attention to detail. The, Balto story of like doing something that really needed to get done, no one else could do. No one else could make it across the landscape. But it also could be, again, like the perfume example where you make something that ends up being really popular because it's just this right scent that everyone loves. Or the same with like an alcohol, like it tastes so good that you become really, your product becomes really popular. Something about you focusing and being perfectionistic and zoning in on your project and kind of making your project the best thing that there could be. And your project could be a family, and your project could be a drink that you want to make, and your project could be whatever product you're working on, or your art, or your classroom. You get my point. But I think zoning in, taking a perfectionist cold eye to things, and just doing what needs to be done without like being too emotional about it. If you didn't like that batch, just throw it all away, that sort of thing. So yeah, that is what I've got for you, Pal 4. Thank you very much. Let's pull our one music video. What is Pal number 4's hidden talent? Yeah, you would be the linchpin, I would say. Pal 4, you're the linchpin. So Google that. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.